Have you ever sat next to a wonderful woman? The atmosphere is great. The conversation is flowing naturally, and inside you, there is a question growing larger and larger. Should I hold her hand? Then you hesitate. Then the moment passes. Then the evening ends with a polite handshake, and you sit in your car wondering what you just missed. The fear of rejection is what keeps so many middle-aged men stuck in the friend zone forever, not because they are not attractive enough, but because they do not know how to read what is happening right in front of their eyes. And here's something few people say straight out: mature women are not waiting for you to guess blindly. They send out extremely precise biological signals when they are ready. The problem is whether you know how to read them. Today, we are going to decode those 5 signals, and the last signal, I guarantee, is something 90% of men miss completely. Let us start from the simplest signal and also the clearest one if you know where to look: the instinct to narrow the distance. In attachment psychology, one of the most primitive signs of a secure connection is the instinct to voluntarily move into the personal space of the partner. When a person's nervous system feels safe next to someone, their body automatically wants to be closer. It is not a conscious decision, it is a reflex. So observe the distance. When sitting next to each other, is she leaning her back completely against the chair, maintaining maximum distance, or is her body leaning slightly toward you? Are her hands placed close to your hands on the table, not touching, but also not far away? When the natural distance between two people shrinks down to under 15 to 20 centimeters, which is about 6 to 8 inches, and she maintains that state without any external reason forcing it, that is the first green light. It is not an accident. Her body is saying it is okay here, it is safe here. The second signal, and this is more subtle, requiring you to pay a bit more attention: the relaxation of the body. Mature women, especially those who have gone through enough trauma in love, often carry an invisible layer of tension on them: shoulders slightly raised, hands clutching the handbag lightly, fingers interlaced. The body is in a defensive state that they themselves sometimes do not realize, but when the parasympathetic nervous system is activated, when the brain receives the signal T-hat, this person is safe, cortisol drops and muscles begin to relax, shoulders drop, hands open, fingers no longer clutch tightly. And there is a very simple test when you accidentally touch her hand while handing her a cup of water, a menu, or anything else. Does she startle and pull back immediately? If not, if she continues the story as normal and does not even create distance, her body just told you that your touch did not trigger an alarm. You are permitted to be closer. The third signal, this is the most beautiful of all because it cannot be faked: unconscious synchronization. When two people have a real emotional connection, something magical happens at the neurological level. Mirror neurons start working. And as a result, the breathing of the two people starts to synchronize, gestures start to mirror EA, H, other. You tilt your head to the left. A few seconds later, she does the same thing without knowing why. You breathe out slowly. She also breathes out according to that rhythm. You pick up the glass. She also picks up the glass immediately after. This is not her trying to imitate you. This is her brain has linked you with a sense of safety, and the body is reflecting that completely automatically. When you see this mirroring phenomenon, when the gestures of the two people start to have a common rhythm, that is a sign that the connection bond has been formed at a much deeper level than words. And the fourth signal, this is the most primitive instinctual one: exposing the neck and wrists. The nape and the neck are areas that humans cannot see themselves and cannot easily protect. From an evolutionary perspective, exposing those areas is an act of absolute trust. The body is saying, I am not defensive with you. When she brushes her hair to one side to expose the neck area while talking, when she tilts her head to expose the nape of her neck, when she lets her wrists where the pulse is clearest face toward you instead of hiding them. That is the biological language of opening up. These signals are not a conscious decision. She does not sit there thinking, now I will brush my hair over so he knows I like him. It is a reflex of the body when feeling safe enough to lower the defenses. And when you see that it is a silent invitation, not a sexual invitation, but an invitation to connect. Now here is when I flip everything you might be thinking. Throughout this article, we talk about reading signals to know when to move forward. It sounds like you are the one attacking and she is the one waiting, but the truth is the exact opposite. Mature women have already decided whether to allow you to touch them long before you have the intention to do so. They do not wait for you to conquer them. They proactively send out biological signals to grant you permission. And if you receive those signals without responding, she will not think you are respecting her. She will think you are not sensitive enough to understand her. And slowly, she will close that door. Signals have an expiration date. And when they expire, it is not that she stopped liking you. It is that she stopped trying to be seen. So next time you meet her, start with just a small step. When telling a funny story lightly, touch her elbow for 2 seconds, which is about at the time of a quick heartbeat. Do not say anything else. Continue the story normally, then observe. Does she pull back? Does she continue to smile? If she smiles and does not create distance, that is all the confirmation you need. That is when you hold that hand with both of your hands, calm, confident, and without a hurry. Because confidence is not about not being afraid of rejection. Confidence is knowing how to read the right moment and acting at the right time. Have you ever missed these signals, or have you ever recognized them but did not dare to act? Comment your experience below. I read them all and want to hear your story. If this video helped you feel more confident for your upcoming date, give Femina Mind a like and share it for friends who are single and also need to hear this. Subscribe to Femina Mind so you do not miss the next psychological knowledge that helps you master every relationship. See you in the next video.